So Call of Duty has mishandled this matchmaking, score-based matchmaking situation, and a lot of people on Twitter and everything of that nature are just completely up in arms on how they said and explained the skill-based matchmaking, how they're removing it and everything like that, lied to community at the beginning of Black Ops 7, everything of that nature. So we're gonna be reacting to T-Dog on more of the information along those lines. So, and also a little bit on Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. So let's get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is an absolutely beautiful day to talk about Call of Duty.
I don't know. It's kind of a mixed bag right now, low-key.
You're probably a little bit confused because the title of this video is probably something similar to like, I have bad news.
Yeah,
and it's
pretty
a little
much
bit of a hypocritical statement to say I have bad news and then I say it's a beautiful day to talk about Call of Duty. But there is so much to talk about in this last 24-hour period, and some of it is really bad in my opinion.
Yeah, it's probably because of the skill-based matchmaking. Pretty much, they said they're like going back to more of the classic Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 matchmaking. But at the beginning of the season, or beginning of Black Ops 7, they said they're going back to more closer to the classic Call of Duties. But if I remember correctly, the way they said it, it was more in line on what they said. It was still minimalized when it comes to a score-based matchmaking sense. That's what they said. It's like it's kind of closer to it, but it seemed like the way they word things, they go too much HR or PR perspective and not go straight to the point and explain exactly how skill-based matchmaking actually works. And I have said over the last couple months, and even now, the way they tweeted this out, I'm like, people like, can you just get it? Like, be like, whatever the word we're saying is, be simple, stupid, or whatever the wording is. Like, they can't be simple when it comes to explaining skill-based matchmaking and how this works and everything of that nature. And like now it's like, okay, are we actually prioritizing ping over skill? Like, is that the case right now? I'm confused when they say this, because I can hop on Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 and I'm like, okay, I'm having a good time. I don't feel like a necessary change in between matches. I go on Black Ops 7. I got Black Ops 7 recently, played the classic mode in just the open playlist. And I still, in my perspective, still see a skill being very prioritized. What I mean by that is, I have a friend, if he's in a lobby, we will notice a different skill of players, but as soon as we hop off, we just notice immediately a shift in skill right off the bat. And I'm like, okay, so it is still prioritized to a certain level of consent, but the way they were explaining this, even today or like yesterday, they said they were going to have it to where like it's going to be the classic Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, where it's pretty much prioritized per ping, and then everything else is in between. And I'm like, I think Call of Duty, and they just struggle to explain this to people, and this is why we have a big issue, because I know they will not explain it any further.
And some of it is really good. So we're going to talk about the entire landscape of Call of Duty.
Yes, sir.
We're also going to talk about Black Ops 1 and 2, the ports. And I also want to go over a few of the emails that you guys have been sending to the COD ports email.
Yeah.
And discuss that. And then I also have like a hypothesis on what Call of Duty is doing with these ports. So let's go over it all. There's a lot to talk about. I didn't think there was going to be a video today because there really wasn't much going on. And then
just dropped
like I've said
like
in
crazy.
almost every single video,
yeah.
I didn't think there was anything going on. Then suddenly there's a billion things going on. So let's first talk about one quick thing. Guys, I got to show you this. We got 2 YouTube plaques now.
Hey, okay? Congrats, mate.
Smitty,
hope I get there pretty soon.
Plays 100K.
Nowhere near it,
though. I don't quite know what happened with the YouTube plaques. This one's bigger than this one. They both had 100,000 subscribers, but
they change it over the years. They make it small and smaller.
I know a lot of you guys are supporting this Plays channel. Me kind of just playing other games, me trying other games.
I remember the million plaque. This is on a side note. I remember the million pack being like a monster of a thing, and then over the years they just made it more and more
first time. So
minimalistic and smaller.
And that came today, so I figured I would share it. I made a community post and I tweeted about it on Instagram and all that stuff. Make sure you follow me on social media. Okay, let me shut up, stop rambling. Let's get into it. So yesterday's video, we obviously were talking about the matchmaking of Call of Duty. And What seemed like it was going to be a very positive video kind of turned into a negative video because the update actually came out. So if you guys are unaware, Call of Duty kind of came out and said that they were updating the matchmaking, and it sounded like that they were doing it more like the classic matchmaking. They pretty much said we see what's going on with BO1 and BO2, and we kind of absolutely love what we see. So they introduced some new system, and pretty much the entire day went on, and we're like, everybody was confused. We all were confused, including myself. I made a video yesterday. Like I said, I was explaining that video, and I'm like, I don't even know if I'm explaining this right. It sounds like there's an open, and then there's a classic, and the open's like the original, and then the classic's like the BO1 and BO2.
Yeah, like that's what I was getting. Like the open playlist was, in my mind, what they've said was the quote unquote it was minimalized, but not to a call like a what they said at the beginning of the season or beginning of Black Ops 7. It was like, we are toning down skill-based matchmaking. It's less prioritized. And then I think this classic one was completely removed or more based off ping. That's what I was getting from this. But at the beginning of the season, a lot of people had misunderstandings because, like I said before, Call of Duty, with their PR wording to people in the Call of Duty community, confused the fuck out of a lot of people. It's like, what are you saying? Just fucking make it simple for everyone to understand so we don't have this miscommunication between Call of Duty. Because, of course, Call of Duty has to come out and say it. And they struggle to do so.
So anyway, everybody's confused. Everybody's tweeting like, can we get some clarification?
Yeah.
So we get a new tweet about a day later, and I'm just going to read this real quick. And you guys at home, I want you to explain this to me because, listen, I didn't graduate college. I stopped after 1 year because I thought it was a waste of time.
Agreed.
I don't know if you have a college degree that you can explain this, okay? We've seen your questions about the difference between open and the new system. The new system builds on what we've learned with smarter team balancing, wide match variety, improvements that help keep matches full, and a better experience of mixed level parties. We believe these changes will deliver a better overall experience for all Call of Duty players with a variety that players love from the classic Call of Duty. Open playlists will continue to be available in BO7 in the MW4 beta, and we'll keep listening and learning. I have no idea what that just said.
Like they walked around the question at hand in that little fucking tweet. Just simply tell us, okay, is we are now prioritizing ping way more than skill and matchmaking, everything of that nature. That just like, can we get a percentage? Can we get an understanding on where this is actually at? They just walked across the question completely. And I feel like they're just like, they're not like Call of Duty, and I understand Activision is not trying to fully tell you if there is still like enough to where it's like cater to certain parties or certain things. But like Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1 was prioritized from party based to ping system. And skill-based matchmaking was there, but it was very minimalized. I know that for a fact because if you were impaired or you had you had some problems where you had no hands or stuff of that nature, there was certain like that is like understanding. Okay, these people can't be played. Is certain with a certain score per minute and how many kills you would get a game. Like if you get to that point, you will get into a little bit lower ranked lobbies to help you in general. I understand that is 100% true. That was why it was implemented Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1. Even during those games, they were implemented there to help those certain people. And I literally like, okay, so now in this, how much is it still considered? Compared to the Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, how much is it considered? And I don't care. I'm not going to have a conversation between score-based matchmaking people wanting in or wanting out. It was proven, and I will prove this. I had more fun playing Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 than I had played in a very long time in other CODs. And that is not from a movement perspective because I like movement in Call of Duty. That is not even a factor. But I notice a difference in certain games. When you're playing with friends, other friends will not have more fun because you're in lobbies with basically combined with those people. A lot of people don't have a lot of like enough time or most fun because you literally. I remember. I'm gonna give an example. Modern Warfare 3, I enjoyed ranked. My friends had a lot of fun just playing ranked with each other and everything of that nature. And I remember I would hop on and I would have a little bit more of a stronger skill ranking or whatever the case may be in Modern Warfare 3, whatever. And I would hop on rank with them. Obviously, rank was considered the SBMM was like heavily considered in ranked as well. And they like literally I would hop on and they said they would tell a difference between skill and there was not enough like one person could not like it shouldn't have be one person to influence that a number of skill to where the other people don't have enough fun because you're playing with that individual. That's why I say skill-based matchmaking is very flawed from that perspective. It literally makes it to where like the other friends can't have fun with you because of that. And I'm sorry to say this, if you are a solo player, it's like I don't have this issue. Yeah, because you, no offense, don't have fucking friends to play those games. Understandably so. I've played solo games all the time. I play solo MMOs all the time. So I like literally understand your pain and perspective, but you have to look at it from other people's perspectives. When ranked in other game modes was like heavily influenced, even with players, and they struggle to even do that correctly.
I gotta be honest. I'll keep it a buck with you guys. I tweeted Call of Duty right after. This is what I said. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We just need a blog post saying we're bringing back the exact matchmaking from Black Ops 2 and for all of our future games.
Yes.
I don't know what it is with Call of Duty having all of this wording and mumbo jumbo to kind of cover
just
their
PR,
backs.
AR's
Brother,
fucking perspective.
Just do the exact same system, connection based. And the rest of it is variety. Like I've said before, you can do.
Yes, thank you. It's variety. But like in my mind, like they think we are stupid. They think we're stupid. If we give this to give PR talk, they're fucking like we're just gonna scroll past it like no, like okay, whatever. No, motherfucker, we want answers. We want you to explain how your system works. They even struggled to do that in a blog post a couple years ago when they went full in depth on how the MMR and the fucking SBMM system or that system in general worked and functioned. And they struggle to do it now. They are trying to hide their system and their algorithm on how they pull players. Because if they show you exactly how they pull players, it's that scummy system that we get in every social media platform, how they pull you between ads and your data and everything, and they fucking pull it together and use you like a fucking sheep. Simple as that. And that's why they're not trying to show you how they pull you. It's as simple as that.
There's some sort of box in the beginning for people that are really bad at the game and need a little extra help. But
I get
after
that.
It's a wide variety.
Thank you.
And you can just see there's a bunch of people commenting on this post like, can I get a clarification of the clarification?
Literally,
you guys, here's one from Jack Courage. You guys do not have the trust of the players to be vague. I won't be excited until I see an actual breakdown of what's changing.
See, Courage, thank you. And that's a guy that, like, if you say is unintelligent, you need to get smacked on a fucking wall. Because that's one individual, him making those statements, he went to college and everything of that nature. Like, he is not a stupid individual, and he's calling you out for being vague. We do not trust Call of Duty Activision to you be vague. You need to literally tell us. This is one of the most popular controversies in this space because every game now has this system in place. And people, and these companies still be vague because they're still scared to tell the community on how they fucking use you.
And I said that yesterday. Like, we have to get a breakdown of this. Like, stop using these words.
They won't.
These buzzwords. Stop using these weird terms. We all know what amazing matchmaking is in Call of Duty. And I just think that they're continuing to shoot themselves in the foot. This is the bad part of this video, okay? Why are we have so much momentum? Stop doing these weird things.
Yeah, they shoot themselves in the foot.
We hear the feedback.
They shoot themselves in the foot.
I didn't play the update, the Black Ops 7 update.
I have.
From what I've seen from other creators, the matchmaking somehow got worse. It was taking a minute to get into a game.
Bro, I agree. That was exactly how I felt. And I played yesterday. I haven't played Call of Duty Black Ops 7. I played it during the classic game modes, and I had a pretty good time. I had a pretty time. I will be honest. I love Black Ops 7. I think it's probably the best Call of Duty we've had in the new gen outside of Modern Warfare 3 in a very long time. And they did a pretty good job. I am not a Black Ops 7 hater, and I won't be, because I think they did a decent job at it. Outside the campaign, which was fucking dog water. And I said before, when you lose the soul and Call of Duty was made based off the campaign, then multiplayer got like an influence between the campaign and other things and other game modes. So that's why I said when the campaign came out, a lot of people said, no, I'm not good at all with this game. So, but at the same time, they struggle. When I was playing, I was having a decent time, whatever the case may be, whatever. As soon as you kind of tell when you like one person gets off and then it starts to really influence and you still tell like, oh, they're starting to put us in lobbies. My friend that is a really good player, fucking without a doubt, me and him are very fucking good players at this fucking game, at Call of Duty. We don't have to play every day to come on and hop on and shit on some people. And that's why I can play. I haven't played for fucking 6 months and still call upon Call of Duty and play like 2 matches and just drop fucking like 80, 90 kills a match. Like, I'm not a player. Like, I've played Call of Duty enough that it's not rocket science to play Call of Duty. But like literally, when I can tell a skill gap getting changed between matches after someone leaving, you can't tell me that it's not influenced that heavy enough. Sorry.
And
It's still there.
It was worse.
Very
in
strong.
The open matchmaking or whatever they did, the skill minimally considered.
Minimal.
So again, they're trying to like play this line of, hey, we're getting rid of skill base, but we're also going to bring in this other version of matchmaking that's classic. But then it's like, it's inspired by BO2. It's not a one-to-one replica, and they're just gonna get themselves in trouble. I saw nothing
they're
but
being
negative
fake
comments yesterday, within reason. Absolutely, totally should be saying negative stuff about this. Again, let's stop this. Let's figure it out. Everybody's saying the same thing. Just address it in a normal way, in a normal tone. So I want to move past the matchmaking thing because we all know it's stupid. They know it's stupid.
I agree. I agree. After this point, because I like playing Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 was a fresh air for me. Like me hopping on playing the game. I haven't played Call of Duty that many hours in the last Modern Warfare 3. I like Modern Warfare 3 as an exception to the rule. I played it. That was during the era of Warzone that I was having a lot of fun in, and I would play solo. Like how I enjoy games. If I enjoy the games off recording videos or playing with friends, that is how I can say I'm enjoying a game. Like I enjoy a game right now called Hightail. I will play that solo by myself. Like I will play Apex if it was solo by myself. I enjoy that game very much. It goes to show you. For me, this is how I look at a game. If I can play it solo and I'm having a great time playing it solo and it doesn't require a social aspect, I think the game is good from a core basis. Right in there. That's how I look at it from a perspective. If I can play that game solo and have a fucking fun time and play for hours, it's a good game. Without a doubt. That is how I look at it. Like, obviously, a game can be very good too. Playing with friends too. Like, it can be a great game. But if it's even a phenomenal game, when you can play that solo and just mindlessly have fun. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 hit the mark for me the past couple weeks. It has been a lot of fun. I will hop on and I would just mindlessly play multiplayer. I would snipe. I would do some shit. I'll play some zombies here and there. I like, bro, it has been fun. It is a great job. They did a great job with the ports so far. So good.
But I think that's why they're trying to figure out a way to say this. And so let's just move past it and let's get to the port. Let's get to some positive news, guys, because there is a lot of positive news in the Call of Duty landscape.
Yeah.
And for some reason, it just keeps involving the ports. Isn't that something?
Yeah, literally.
15-year-old games are the positive news that we have nowadays. It's just crazy. So
I'm sorry to say this, but if graphics mean that the game is better, I disagree. Black Ops 2, yeah, it doesn't have amazing graphics nowadays. Like a remaster would be fucking amazing. But hopefully we get some someday. But like Black Ops 2 ports by itself, it's a phenomenal game from its core. It's very simplistic, but it's also a lot of things to do at the same time. And I feel like they did a fucking phenomenal job. Black Ops 1 had some of the most amazing guns I've ever fucking used in a game. And it's very AR heavy, but the FAMAS, Galil, Commando, G11, like fucking Lord have mercy. The MPL was one of my favorite SMGs back in the day. Like, bro, like the AK-74U. The game had amazing guns back then. And like I say before, these ports show you even the new gen players. There's some new gen players on X or Twitter that like they say, it has no movement, it feels clunky. It's not made for you, bro. It's not made for you. But at the same time, like Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1, for majority of people that are like people that like movement or not, I still love those games. And the movement was fun. Like cool. But like Black Ops 2 was ahead of its time in my mind now. If it was made today with updated graphics, it would still pull the same numbers. It would do.
I didn't actually cover this the other day because it was I guess it was 2 days ago now, but Black Ops 1 did get an update.
It did.
And I'll just quickly go over it. There was really nothing crazy, but it seems like they're really attacking the input latency. Now, everybody that played Black Ops 1 pretty much has said since jump that it's been unplayable. I was kind of used to the lag from playing on the Xbox, but I did notice that it was a lot more buggy than BO2.
It was.
And so they've continued to support this, continue to support it, continue to reduce on the latency. So I think that's a W move. The zombies matches are now prioritizing the PS5 hosts. Now, you guys know I'm not the biggest zombies fan here, but the old school zombies was amazing. I still need to do those ASAP. So now they're doing PS5 hosts just like the multiplayer did to kind of reduce on, I guess, hacking or cheating. So the zombies is kind of getting addressed. And then a third thing that I want to discuss at the end of this, actually, we can discuss it now. They added a toggle to view or hide the player custom emblems in multiplayer,
which I love that they did that. I know some people are going to say it's a soft perspective, but like I said, they did that is something cool. Some people just don't want to see ridiculous emblems, which is cool. Like, I have no issue with that. Cool. Have a slider for that. I also say the same thing with Call of Duty nowadays. I just wish they had a slider for skins. If people wanted to play the game like how the skins were intended in the game at the beginning, cool. Have a slider. Just make it a slider. Make it an option. Cool. Whatever the case may be. That is awesome. That I have no issues with these, because if you're a streamer or content creator, the god awful things that are on fucking emblems, and like I have no issue with it. I am not like in general, like whatever the case may be, do your fucking thing. But at the same time, if you do some outlandish shit on emblems, if you know what I know, there's some crazy fucking shit on those emblems, and in my opinion, if you do some shit, like people are gonna say it's fucking soft, but nowadays we're at a certain time, like what are we doing? Like even back then I was weirded out by some shit that's been and seen on emblems all the time. Nowadays it's just like come the fuck on, like get with the damn times at some point. But at the same time, it's use the emblems as you will, but having sliders is a good option to get away from those.
Now, by
shit.
default, it says custom emblems are going to remain visible, which I think is a W. Now, if you get offended by this stuff, you can turn it off.
Yeah.
It honestly has me thinking that maybe that this is something. Could we be seeing a future Call of Duty have emblem creator or emblem editor again? Because if you have an emblem editor, you maybe have a little bit of I guess, what is it? Not modification or like
customization.
I don't know the word I'm looking for, but like rules, maybe. That's not what I'm looking for, but there's a little bit more rules on it where you can't get too crazy, but then people also can disable it. Maybe there's a world where creativity is coming back to Call of Duty.
Yes. Like, I think, like, people being fucking weird and making ridiculous emblems, there should be a rule around it. If you're doing some fucking shit that's like, okay, come on now. Like, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But at the end of the fucking day, like, I remember on Black Ops 1, I would literally watch YouTubers make cool looking emblems. I'm like, I'm going to sit down for this 2 hours and I'm going to sit there and make this emblem. Like, it'll be a Pokemon, little goofy shit. Motherfucker, you see some ass. Like, bro, like, people would make ass pics. Simple. It was some crazy shit back then. It was always funny to me. Like, people would make some stuff. But obviously, there's some fucking racist ass shit that is on there. And most likely, if Call of Duty decided to keep emblems in, that would be a constant ban and disable, like, for like constantly. If you do some shit like that, it would be an automatic, most likely ban from you using emblems or suspension. I have no issue with that. Some people are gonna call me soft like that. Fuck you. I don't give a shit. Bro, you doing racist shit in fucking 2026. Like, fuck out of here. Bro, come on. So that's where I stand for that. I don't really care what y'all think. That's how I think.
And they bring this back. So overall, Black Ops 1, there's still a sniper issue.
Yeah,
that we'll talk about at the end of this video with the COD ports email. But there's still a couple issues with that. And we'll get to it at the end.
The sway in general is still a problem with the snipers. Like, the pre-patch was way worse than after they patched the sniper. The patch was still bad, but it was still capable of sniping, but it took a lot of skill. But before pre-patch, it was practically impossible.
But overall, I love that we're seeing updates. We're not letting these things just die. And reminder,
gotta give credit.
1 million views on this tweet, 7,000 likes and 1 million views. It's insane the amount of attention that these are getting. Okay, so BO1 gets an update a couple days ago. Seems to be going well. Everybody's a little confused because BO2 doesn't seem to be getting touched. Now, a hypothesis that me and my buddy Real were talking about was maybe they're just trying to fully fix Black Ops 1. Like, BO2 has been semi-decent in my opinion.
Yeah, like, I would say Black Ops 2 has had less hacking issues and less latency issues that I've noticed on the game. Black Ops 1 does feel a little bit weirder. Obviously, there's more hackers, there's more situations going on Black Ops 1 because there's more of an exploit and there's more capabilities in the code. When I watched a video of T-Dog and that hacker talking, there was a lot more ways to get into the game a little bit easier. So they're trying on the back end to fix all those issues just to make the game a little bit cleaner. I'm glad. I think they're doing now, if I'm not, I think I'm correct, is like they're supporting 120 hertz or frames to be run on Black Ops 1 just to fix more of the latency issues, which is cool. I wish low key, if I'm not sure, I'm thinking I wish they did that for Black Ops 2. Because they would feel a lot better in general. Unfortunately, I can't really run it on a 120 because I have an Elgato that runs 60, so everything's inputted through 60. Unfortunately for me,
overall, it's a little bit more updated. So the stuff, the hacker stuff, wasn't going on, and the latency wasn't as bad. So we were kind of talking about like, hey, maybe BO1 is getting addressed fully, and then they'll move on to BO2, and like they're planning a big patch. Well, that was last night we were talking about that, and this morning, we woke up to another PlayStation game size tweet. And if you guys know, we've been all kind of following this Twitter account because they kind of plug the next updates for Call of Duty. And what would you know? We got an update for Black Ops 2 that was added to the database. Now, this was 11 o'clock at night that this got added. Now, we have absolutely no idea what it's going to be. My assumption is it's going to be probably adding the player card thing as well. I'm hoping it's a bigger update than that, but I'm not sure if it will be. Now, here's the bad part about this. The good news is we're getting an update. The bad news is PlayStation Network has been down the entire day.
Yeah, so that's why we haven't seen any updates.
All services have been down literally since like 10 a.m. this morning, and it's now 3 o'clock as I'm recording this video. Account management, gaming and social, PlayStation Store, PlayStation Direct, PlayStation Video, all been down. So I mean, we could get into the digital debate here where you can't even play your games or download games, and it would be nice to have a physical copy, but that's not the point of this channel.
PlayStation.
The point is Call of Duty, and I don't think we're gonna know what this update is until the PlayStation Store gets kind of fixed, because
I don't know.
Usually it's a couple.
Right now it's fucking about like 10 o'clock at night right now. They were down early in the day, so I'm not know if it's fully up now. So I'm like, as I'm recording this video, and like actually watching this video, so I'm not sure 100% is has been fixed. I'm guessing it's already been fixed now. Not 100% sure. I'm about to find that out a little bit later. Like after I record this video, I'm probably gonna hop on to see. But if they did the update, I really want to see what was changed and what they
Hours
did.
later, the update comes out, you know, the update gets pushed, and then it's like maybe 8 hours later, I feel like we get a tweet from COD Update that says, hey, here's what we fixed. The update's now live. I don't know if we're going to get that today. So we might have a double upload later tonight if somehow PlayStation gets fixed. But for now, we have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
But the good news is we are getting a BO2 update. We just got the BO1 update. And that brings me to my next point of, we have been doing this COD updates or COD port at Gmail. I forget what the email is now. I'll put it in the description down below. I've been asking you guys to send me feedback on what's going on in your port games. And honestly, I feel like it's been very similar in terms of how we've gotten a lot of emails over there. And I would say 3 of these are the more important. So if Call of Duty's watching this video, we are going to forward a big email to Call of Duty as well. Probably today or tomorrow. But the 3 that I've been seeing is BO2 is not backfilling. So if people leave, the lobby never fills. And then Black Ops 1, the party system is broken. So sometimes you can join a friend on the game, boot into a domination, and then they get put on the other team.
Yeah, that happened
and then
with my friend, I think.
The third is C isn't sharp. A dude that has been hacking Call of Duty since like 2012 apparently has made his way onto some lobbies. And yeah, I want to kind of ease some of your guys' mind with this one because I've been given a ton of information about this. So the C isn't sharp guy, from what I've been hearing and what I've been told by people, is he's probably has some sort of dev kit PlayStation, and that is why he's able to do this. Dev kit PlayStations are so hard to find and so hard to come across, and they are so expensive. Yeah. So I feel like this might be a little bit of an issue with this dude, but for the most part,
I think like it's not like an easy capability. Like simply get a PS4, plug in a USB, and get these hacks. You have to have a dev kit in situations which they're very expensive, so that you won't see that many hackers in your game. It'll be very rare. If you if there's like over 100,000 people playing Black Ops 2, for example, like it's a very low odds of you getting encountered with this guy.
Feel like these ports have been pretty hacker free. If I say that out loud, I don't want to get thrown tomatoes at, but at least my experience has not been bad. I feel like overall they've done a decent job. I gotta assume PlayStation can do something about this guy's account. Like, can we not ban this guy's PSN account? C isn't sharp.
It's really not going to do anything unless you figure out what's his dev kit and serial number on his console to fully permaban his account. Don't think it's possible to completely get this completely stop him.
Hoping that they'll be fixing that sometime soon to patch that. Again, backfilling, BO1 party system. I gotta be honest with you guys. I feel like they've done a decent job with these ports, and
yeah, very
for these to be the issues right now. Now they're decent issues, but if this can be addressed, I really believe these ports can be played for years on end, and I have high hopes for them. So
this is all I really care about. As long as Iron Galaxy is the main provider of doing these ports and fixing all of them, I'm fine with it. If their main thing as a dev team for Call of Duty is just to maintenance the ports and make sure the ports are good to be run, because I feel like once they figure out PlayStation's end, they can go ahead and port that over to Xbox, and then we can have it on Game Pass, which is kind of a problem from a PC perspective. So I just really doubt they ever touch Game Pass because of PC, because it's way easier to hack on PC. As simple as that. Console is way harder. If they truly do it, I think it's gonna be a console only exclusive for the ports. I'm sorry, PC people. I'm a PC guy myself. I feel like for the safety of the ports, having either one of the two consoles to be able to run the ports is fine by me.
My last point to everything here is, by the way, side plug. I've been streaming a lot. Been streaming these ports. Make sure you follow me on Twitch. I've been plugging that lately. I've been streaming on Twitch and YouTube. But you guys have been following me on Twitch, and the Twitch has been growing and growing and growing. So thank you for that. But my last thought process is for all of this is Iron Galaxy and Call of Duty. They told me at the New York event, one of the Call of Duty guys, employees, was almost like they were so shocked at the success of these ports. And my hypothesis for all this is, yes, they thought that they were going to be big, but I don't think that they thought that they were going to be at the level that they are. And my guess or my thought process is maybe that they only had a small team like Iron Galaxy working on these ports, and which obviously that is what was happening. And I'm thinking that the success of these, they've either probably tried to bring Treyarch back into this, or maybe brought more people in from Iron Galaxy, like the whole studio's working on these ports now. Probably, so I want to give them a little grace period, because I just think it was unexpected. And so,
like, I generally think if it's unexpected and they were not expecting this success, I truly don't think Activision truly knows their fan base. I generally believe that. I generally believe that they are still not understanding of us in general. And that's why I think they think we're stupid. And mostly I could say that that is a very true factor, because there's obviously a silent majority that is going to be run rampant, that's going to buy this game regardless of situation. That's just the way it is. Like, I feel like we are the people that are the talking points and the loud people in the room, either negative or positive, or the 20% or 30% of the actual community. In my general opinion, I feel like we are the 30%. We are not the 70% which buy the game and play the game silently for 2 hours a day, or an hour a day, or 2 or 3 hours on the weekend. That is simple how I feel about it. Like, I feel like I think people really need to realize that we are not the very majority of in the Call of Duty space. And that's why I sit here and say that's why Call of Duty, and like, I feel like Call of Duty misunderstands the community, because the silent majority just said, hey, we're going to get these ports. We want to play with our boys, whatever the case may be, and have a good time. And I think they don't understand this community at all, to a lot of the very big percentage, which is understandable from a perspective that we don't know what we actually want, because we are a mixed bag. We are very weird to please. I feel like for me it's very simple. Like, having playlists for both sides of the coin whenever new Call of Duty comes out, and everything of that nature. That's one thing that could fix a lot of people's opinions on way Call of Duty is. Some people don't like movement. Some people like movement. Like me, I don't care either between the two. I like movement, and I do like the non-movement Call of Duties. I don't care. I think AW is one of my favorite games of all time for Call of Duty, and that's a very hot take for a lot of people to understand. Like for me, it's literally it'll be Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, AW, and Black Ops 3. Like like a lot of like the games that I played I was in the middle. I was playing Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 2, playing Black Ops 2. I was playing AW. I enjoy the fuck out of that. I enjoy the fuck out of Black Ops 3. Like, I love the movement Call of Duties, and I also love the old school Call of Duties, the golden age of Call of Duty. And I have no issue with them. Like, I had a good time on those Call of Duties. But at the same time, some people didn't. That was a very controversial topic when AW came out and when Black Ops 3 came out. Like, a lot of people said Call of Duty is going on the wrong direction, whatever the case may be. So they went back to the non things, and a lot of people that actually enjoyed the movement Call of Duty said, like, okay, this is not it. Like, stuff like that. That's why I like say to a lot of people, it's hard to please this community. Truly. It's like a factor. Like, we have old heads and we have crack people. Like, it is hard to please one community and not destroy the other. It's really fucking hard. So they like that's why as a dev I would hate being a Call of Duty developer because it like trying to please two is impossible.
We're going to be getting more. I think over time, they're going to be building up these updates and building up these updates. They've shown that they're going to support them. And I think that the team is going to grow bigger and bigger to handle these ports. And I think slowly we're going to see more and more be released over time.
Yeah.
And hopefully they'll be able to figure out the problems, solutions from these. And I don't know, man, I'm excited. So overall, we got some bad news. Matchmaking seems to not be working like they thought it was going to, but they need to come out and say something like figure it out. But the other positive of this is BO1 and 2, BO2 is getting an update. BO1 just got an update. They're supporting these, man. So if we got to play Black Ops 1 and 2 for a year, it is what it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think about all this stuff going on. The email to report like bugs and stuff on the ports is going to be in the description.
You have that.
Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new. And once again, thank you for 100K on T-Dog Plays. I'll see you in the next video.
Awesome. I love the video, T-Dog. I'm going to say this all the time. All the time I look for information. Most of the time I see a lot of the information beforehand, but like he always has like a in-between perspective. That's why I kind of like watch him, because obviously there's the negative side and then there's the very, very positive side. People would like to say T-Dog's like in the more positive side of things. I'm more in the middle with a lot of Call of Duty takes, because people were just the overly negative or overly positive, and I'm like, I try to kind of minimize that because I dread skill-based matchmaking, MMR. I literally hate that with my core, and I hate how like gaming has went that perspective a lot of the times. And people might say that is a fucking opinion that they hate on the other side of things, where people was like, bro, you literally just want to smack on old heads. And I'm like, I give example on why I say I disagree, because of the way matchmaking is forced between players and how skilled you are. It makes it to where it's unenjoyable on other friend groups, and it makes it impossible to play with friends that actually want to enjoy time if you're a little bit of a better player. As simple as that. And then on top of that, like a lot of the times when I say this, just adapt, motherfucker. Like that's what I think. Like I've simply seen a lot of people nowadays on Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, the people that don't know the movement or the aim, and I'm laughing at those people because even the new gen people are like fucking saying like I'm struggling to aim, stuff like that, and I'm like laughing at them because I'm seeing the old heads say you need to adapt, bro. And I remember because like the new gen players saying old heads just need to adapt, and I find that funny from a middle ground perspective, because I'm like, bro, literally, I have no issue adapting between the genres of Call of Duty, the movement and the non-movement. No issue. I would be perfectly fine either way. And I say this with my whole chest here, is as someone that doesn't play Call of Duty that much anymore, if I can hop on and beat some of these people that are level prestige 1000 or like level 1000 in these games, and that I know for a fact have thousands of hours on Black Ops 7 right now, if I can whoop your ass, I think that's a reality check on you. Like this is coming from someone that's 27 years old, not like in my prime of like aesthetic of gut, like being good at video games. If I can do that with very seamlessly, and like I say to people that play 1 hour or 2 hours a day, or play a one weekend, and if you still have been playing Call of Duty for 10 years and you're in your 30s, or in your 40s, mind you, and like even 50s, 60, 70, whatever. Like if you played for that long and you still struggle to compete in these games, sorry to break it to you, mate. It's just not for you anymore. Like that's how I generally feel. Like, man, if I can still till this day still do fine in Call of Duty lobbies, like, and hold my own, that is a goddamn skill issue for a lot of people, and they just need to realize that. And I know people are gonna fucking hate me with that. It's like, oh, I don't want to play the game every day to get better. I don't play this game at all. I play Black Ops 7 like the classic mode for a day, had a good time, but stopped playing it after that. Before then, I haven't touched Black Ops 7 since release, and I hopped on the game, had no fucking issues. You know what the funny thing is? That's because of aim assist. Aim assist makes it so easy for you to be good at this game. And if you still have issues with it, you go hop on Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, I'm gonna show you a bad reality check on how bad your aim is when you hop on that game. Just true reality. But at the end of the day, this video, shout out to T-Dog, I will say that skill-based matchmaking and how they're vague on that just shows how they feel, and they're not ready to explain how they manipulate us in matchmaking systems. They simply don't. And they don't want to say they're trying to cater it more to Black Ops 1, but they say that very vaguely because they're probably going to say, well, we are catering to a little bit more, but it's still 50% considered, not 10% considered from a score-based matchmaking or an MMR perspective. Like they say that, but it's very a small. They decrease the percentage by 5 or 10% or something like that from a skill perspective, which is always so fucking funny because that's why I said that's what they're doing here. But when it comes to the ports, I'm loving that they're updating these ports and doing a phenomenal job, just breathtakingly fucking making things a lot easier. Hoping down the road they fix the Black Ops 1 sniping issue, but them fixing issues right now, and I'm hoping with Black Ops 2 they fix the matchmaking issues on people not joining within games and stuff like that, just to fill up lobbies. They're struggling with that. I'm hoping down the road and this update actually fixed that. Because I will be hopping on a little bit later to try that out. I'm very excited. So very curious on what you guys think about this, because it's a very vague conversation, no pun intended, from Call of Duty side of things, because I'm very excited to see what the ports do and how they keep on doing it, because I really want to see Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 get ported next year throughout that like end life cycle of Modern Warfare 4. Hope we get that. I think that would be cool, and we get to experience those games. Those games would be interesting because that is a little bit of an issue from a balance perspective. Especially one-man army, and if they leave it in, it's gonna be what it felt like seeing a bunch of people complain about the game and how broken it was back then. It's gonna be the same thing here. So I'm very excited to see how that goes. But anyways, guys, in the comment section down below, how you guys feel about all this, and how you feel about score-based matchmaking, how they're running shit and struggling to even be not even vague enough to do that. But as always, guys, this is Lanes. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.